Okay, now you have read all your books on Kindle and you want to get a new book. There's a couple of ways to do it. You can go down here where it has that little compass picture and you can push on that. Or right here on the screen, there's something that says Amazon. I'm going to push on it. It will bring up this without having to touch that. Now, there are a couple of things I wanted to show you. So I'm going to actually, there are a couple of tabs here. I'm going to close them. And now we only have one thing here. This is Amazon, but this is also a browser to search the internet. So if for some reason there are more tabs over here, you notice I just pushed that plus and it brought up another thing, and I could search, I could do a Google search there. But maybe you've used Amazon a couple of times, and every time you use Amazon, it brings up a new little tab. It can get kind of busy looking. I was just looking to see if we could stretch that out. So if you want to, you really only need one tab. So if you get too many tabs across there, it starts slowing down how it works. So to close them, there's a little X there, you just push it. There's a little X there, I can push it. And now they disappeared because there's only one window open there. Does that make sense? So this is Amazon. There I'll show you a different thing on another video, but I already set this up so that it's looking in the Kindle store for mystery, thriller, and suspense books. And this is one of those places where I can take my fingers and I can make it bigger and I can make it smaller. If I make it bigger, I can move so that I can see the whole screen. I can scroll down by just sliding the page up and down. Okay? So it's in the suspense thrillers. I can come over here. There's a little button there. It says featured. I can look at books that cost a lot. Holy cow, $223 for that book. That's crazy. Or I can go low to high, which puts the free ones first, like that. If I go down and I look at some of these, you'll notice here there's a Kindle price. It says $0, and then it says buy now with one click. If Daddy ever puts his credit card in there, if you push buy now with one click and it actually costs something, it'll buy it. But I disabled that feature for you unless they change something. Okay, so you can go down through here and look and see, is there a book that I think would be interesting? I don't know. Let's look at this one here. I just click where it says the name of the book up there. If you don't get it the first time, poke around the page. Okay, this says, I purchased this just a couple of days ago, so I already got it for you on your Kindle. Okay, now how do I get back to where I was? Well, up here at the corner, there's a little arrow, and if I push that arrow, it goes back to the page with the books on it, okay? I'm just going to go down to see if I can find one that I know I didn't pick up for you. Here's one that's called The Haunting of Bloody Moor. Now, notice if I click here, nothing happens, but there are blue words, and if I click on there, it'll take me there. The author's name right there is blue, and if I click on it, it will, because I held it, it did that. But if I click on it, it'll take me to the author. I didn't want that to happen, so I'm just going to go up here to this arrow again, and I'm going to push it. Now I have to go find that book again. The Bloody Moor. So let's say I accidentally push this button that says buy now with one click. Oops. Uh-oh, it bought it. So if it's not free, you don't want to do that, okay? So I'm going to go and I'm going to push this arrow and go back So it takes me back to where I was. So if I go into a book like this one, and I say, oh, that looks interesting, I should go ahead and buy that. This says down here, deliver to Arlie's Kindle. Doesn't really matter what it says under there. The only thing it's going to put it on is your Kindle account. So now you can say it's $0, right? Buy now with one click. And it comes up and it says, hey, we just gave it to you. And then it's in your library. How do you know it's in your library? Remember, clicking the home button. When we find the Kindle app, I go there. It says all and downloaded. I'm going to look at downloaded for a second. Those are all the ones that are on yours to read. If I go to all, it still didn't show up there, right? So I'm going to go down here to more. And I'm going to make it sync. And it does that periodically on its own. But if you just get something and you want it right now, go into more, go into sync. It will finish syncing sometime. And then you go to library and look, it has those 3 books. Now remember, I still can't read them until I get that check mark on it. So if I just touch it, it downloads it, and then it's available to read. You'll know it's available to read because in here it will say available to read, or it gets the check mark. Okay, ready to open? You see that? Now this one I haven't checked, and that one I haven't checked. You can do that because I know you can do it. So remember, to get to the Amazon store, you can click there, or you can click here. I'm going to click here just to show you. The Amazon store is already there. If it's not on the Amazon store, watch this. I did several things. There's a little book right there. It's for bookmarks. If you click on there, you'll see right there, it says Amazon. You can click there, and it will take you to the Amazon store. Now, this takes up kind of some of the room, so if I click on that again, it goes away. I click on it again, it comes back. These little things are, that's a history. This is if you want to read something later, and this is the bookmarks. And like I said, I put the Amazon store in here in your bookmarks. If it doesn't show up, just scroll down. It's right there. Okay?